So, though, but fuck. Thank you to Chad. Over. Come on. Fuck. His voice.
My name is Aiden. I live in rural Vermont with my parents and two brothers.
Right.
One weekend, when my parents were gone, my grandma had us take a little trip over to her house for the weekend. She has money, so she lives on a nice big private property.
Makes sense.
And she has things for us to do there. It was the closest thing to a vacation that we'd get all summer.
Right.
I'm the oldest, and I was 15 at the time, so I guess my parents still didn't fully trust us to be left home alone at that time. Me and my younger brother were playing basketball out front until the sun was just starting to set. After that, we went inside and ate dinner.
Right.
My grandma later called me down from my room because we left the door to the Morton building open. That confused me because we didn't even go into the Morton building. I went downstairs to the dining room window where I could see that the door was in fact open. It was dark out there now, but the light above the door was on and made it easy to see the opening.
Right.
I called up to my two brothers, who both claimed they didn't open it. I expressed concern to my grandma, suggesting maybe somebody had broken in. She overreacted, as she does with everything. I went to the front door and looked out the glass up top, and literally screamed, "Holy shit." My grandma yelled, "What's wrong?" and started freaking out. I told her I saw a man just standing at the bottom step of the front porch.
Bullshit.
She came over to look for herself, and then started yelling to call the cops. I told her I'm gonna go outside and confront him, but she literally would not let me. She would cry and beg me not to open the door, and even tugged on my arm each time I tried to grab the doorknob. I finally agreed to call the cops instead and waited out. My grandma got on the phone, almost crying to the operator, kind of overreacting by stating that somebody is gonna break into our house. I sat in the dining room looking out the window, watching the man.
Man.
My grandma wouldn't allow my two younger brothers to even come downstairs. The blackness of the man's figure standing out there was the only thing darker than the surrounding ambience.
Right.
Finally, the man turned and walked past the window I was sitting by, seemingly circling to the back of the house. We tried to follow through the house, watching him through every window possible, until we lost him completely. We were in the den of the house, looking through the back window, but he was nowhere in sight. We had nothing to tell the police when they arrived, other than someone was standing on our front porch. They apparently had been in our Morton building, and they walked around back near the trees and disappeared. Nothing unusual was found in the Morton building, and they couldn't find the man anywhere on the property. They told us to call them back if we see them again, because realistically, there was nothing they could do. My grandma insisted we stay upstairs, and she would sleep down there for the night. Me and my brothers were playing on the GameCube that we brought along upstairs at around 10 o'clock, when we heard my grandmother's heart-chilling scream coming from downstairs. We all panicked and sprinted all the way down to the den, where we saw our grandma pointing into the pitch-black office.
What the fuck?
She said there was someone in there. I closed the door and told my brothers to help me lean up against it while Grandma once again called the cops. The cops arrived, and to our surprise, found the man laying on our grandma's office couch. He was very open about his intentions.
What?
Spending the night in the warmth of the house.
The fuck?
There were two windows that you couldn't exit from in that office, meaning the door we were blocking was the only exit. He admitted he simply entered the house through the den window, which was not locked. My grandma is 92 now. She's always been a skittish, worrisome little thing, but this event only made her that much more paranoid with just about everything.
I just want to say, like, if I'm in a house, a big one at that, right, and it's X amount of my friends over, right, and you got somebody just pointing in the fucking darkness of a room, and it's pitch black, right, and it's nothing but darkness. You tell me to go check it out, I'm going to look at you in your fucking face and say, fuck you. You trying to set me, trying to kill me, you bitch. No, I'm not checking shit out. You know what I will check out is out of this fucking house. You best believe. My bitch ass, scary ass, man, got me.
I was vacationing in the Bahamas when I was 14 with some family friends.
I have yet to go there.
My friend and I were getting some henna tattoos at the hotel, and there was this guy lingering around us. But
Right.
we didn't think much of it because a lot of people would stop to see what was going on.
Right.
After mine was done, I told my friend and her mom I was going to go back to the room to get ready for dinner. There were two ways to the other side of the hotel, either inside through a bunch of small stores or outside along the pool. I walked through the inside and got to the elevator, where I saw the guy who had been watching us already at the elevator.
The fuck is this creepy,
We got on together, and he
shit.
gestured for me to choose my floor button first. I clicked it, but he didn't choose another floor. Alarms start going off in my head.
Wow.
But what could I do? I was stuck in an elevator.
What the fuck? Oh my god. God forbid I'm in an elevator and somebody try to come up behind me. Bitch, no. I'm a people's person, right? I'm a people's motherfucking person, right? And I catch people's vibes really fucking fast, right? And if you're a fucking creep, pedo, you know, you do some creepy ass shit, like, come on, no, I'm catching that shit when I first. What the fuck is he about to do? Push his ass. The fuck? You gonna do this shit? Man.
The elevator stopped on my floor, and I started walking to my room. In this hotel, most of the rooms face the ocean, so to the right in this hallway were just windows. I was in the very last room on that floor, and I could see the guy following me about 10 feet behind.
No shit.
About 2 doors from my room, he ran up and grabbed me. I kicked and screamed, and he dropped onto the floor. I ran to the room and locked myself in. After talking with security and giving a description, they found the guy and found out that he had actually been following multiple younger women in the building.
That bitch.
It was a few weeks ago. I took a trip with my wife Allison to a top of the mountains resort a few hours from our house. Out of respect for the family-run resort, I won't be mentioning the name. It was a couples weekend, so the itinerary would be heavily catered to adults rather than its usual family orientation. The resort had a very old-fashioned, country-ish feel to it. Everything was built from wood. Our room was huge. It was actually 2 rooms combined to one, with the door that usually separates the two having been left open. The first night was actually a singles mingle night in the basement club just below the dining hall, even though it was meant to be a couples weekend. So we just played some late night shuffleboarding, conversed with a few other young couples, and drank at the bar for a bit while listening to an amateur musician playing guitar up on the stage. When we got back to our room at around 12:30, there was a rather disgusting smell. A new smell that wasn't there earlier. It smelled kind of skunky. Allison kind of playfully smacked my chest and accused me of smoking pot. However, I assured her I haven't even done so since I was in college. Allison went to the front desk in the main building and requested a different room. They denied the request as most of the rooms were booked, but they did send someone up to our room who agreed it smelled funky in there. The smell was mostly coming from the attached extra room that we weren't sleeping in.
Somebody died or something?
He offered us a partial discount to our bill for the inconvenience and sprayed some Febreze from the closet around the room.
Really think that's not
We
my
took
help?
his suggestion to keep the door separating the 2 rooms closed, as a skunk might have gotten into the other room.
I don't think it was a
We
skunk.
went to sleep shortly after, or at least tried to, as a few minutes after turning out the lights, me and Allison both heard a consistent thud-like sound every few seconds coming from the left of the bed in an adjacent room.
Oh. That's like a knocking sound. Oh, it's getting louder, bitch. Bitch, get out there.
I tried to ignore it and just wait it out, hoping it...
Ignoring my ass? The fuck? If I'm in a room, right, and there's a knocking, I don't fucking... I need something to fucking knock. Okay, I'm gonna knock on this. If the knocking gets louder, what the fuck? You dumbasses! Get out of there, you!
It would stop, but it just became too annoying. I was sure it was some kind of rodent making the noise in the next room over.
I highly doubt that.
I took a broom as a weapon and went into the connected room. I checked in the closet and under the bed. Nothing. The sound had stopped as well. I was heading back to our main room when I noticed something in the corner.
Oh, bitch! You got me, Mr. Nightmare.
I didn't turn my head fully in fear of what I knew I was going to see.
What the fuck?
But through my peripheral vision, I saw a very tall, black figure-type object in the corner of the room.
Come on, bitch!
After locking the door connecting the two rooms, we once again phoned the front desk, and they immediately sent the owner of the resort up with a gun. The door to the hallway on the other side of the room was open, meaning the thing I saw in the corner was a person, and they made a break for it as soon as I left the room. Actually been some creeps coming to the resort, stealing food from the cafeteria, and sneaking into people's rooms at night.
Man. You got me, man. Fuck all of these vacation shits. Sorry for the lack of uploads. I was away for you got me fucked up with all of these vacation shits. No. Fuck no. I can almost guarantee you that if, let's say for instance, you know, me and you go out to, you know, vacation, right? And let's say for instance we go to California, right? Go to the 5-star hotel and we go to 7th level of the hotel, right? And we're in room, I don't know, 113, right? If something feels off in that room, no, there's not going to be you're tripping or just wait out or, you know, just hang on for a second. Let's just you know, let's just get a feel from it. No, I'm not getting a feel from nothing. If something feels off, I'm not staying there. You can stay there. I'm not staying there. And the same thing with that elevator shit. Like, if it's just me in the elevator and somebody goes in the elevator and I feel something that's off, Cancer Christmas, no, bitch. Y'all, man. I get scared easily. I pick up people's vibes easily. I'm not a curious ass person. If something was in my house, I'm not about to go figure out what the fuck it is or where like that knocking shit. No. Fuck, you got me fucked. I didn't even have to say. I ain't say nothing. But yeah, man, that man. No. Like there's been times where I've been walking in broad fucking daylight, right? And I'll see somebody or a couple of people in one group, and it doesn't matter what race they are. If I feel like their vibe is it's like a negative vibe, I'm turning the opposite way, or I'm going to be on the other side of the street. Like, I'm not fucking with that. So I don't know how y'all would handle these situations, but no, no. But with all that being said, keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Stay happy, my family. I don't know why I did this. I really don't. Boom.